So we are in the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, and chapter 3 is also known as
Tree.
Tree is the acronym. What is the title of the
Karma
chapter?
Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Okay. So in the chapter 2, Krishna is telling Arjuna, Durena Hevaram Karma Buddhi Yoge Trunam Shranu. Keep all the abominable activities away and engage yourself in Buddhi Yoga. Therefore, Arjuna is very confused. When doing Buddhi Yoga is very nice, is that's what Krishna is telling, then why is he asking me to fight? It's a ghastly warfare. Warfare is not good. There'll be a lot of bloodshed. There'll be a lot of uh, violence in the war field, and many people will lose their life. So it's not a very good action. So if I can do Buddhi Yoga, if that is much better than doing abominable activities. We saw from the beginning, Arjuna was reluctant to fight as he considered previously out of material compassion, he was reluctant to fight. So in this chapter, still he is confused to fight, not because of all those reasons, out of compassion or loss of enjoyment or fear of sinful activities or destruction of family traditions. Those things were refuted by Krishna. And after hearing the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter, where Krishna has summarized us the philosophy of Gita, still Arjuna is confused about fighting. And this time, his confusion is philosophical confusion. So, when doing the Buddhi Yoga is better, why should I myself involved in any kind of activity? So that is what he was saying. And then the acronym of chapter 3 is TREE. T stands for Tyaga, and R stands for the rungs of the yoga ladder. And then E stands for the exemplary, and another E stands for the enemy of the soul. So this is how this chapter flows. And we saw the chapter starting with Arjuna's question on why is Krishna prompting him to fight? And then he is saying that, Krishna, you have provided me so much of philosophy, and all unsystematically. You have not given me quite systematically. Therefore, I am confused. Just say one thing. Don't say you can do this or you can do that or you can do that. Sometimes, when we are given so many options, we are confused on what option to take, right? So, Krishna was asked by Arjuna, just give me only one instruction. Don't give equivocal instruction. Don't say that you can do like this, you can do like this. Therefore, please say decisively what is beneficial for me. Just give me one answer. Don't give me many options. So, and then in the chapter, in the sloka 3, Krishna is saying that, he has spoken about two classes of men. So, one person who is trying to understand him analytically, another person who is trying to understand Krishna through devotional service. But both are one and the same. They are not different from each other. Both are a different path of understanding Krishna. We should not think that they are completely a different path, because Arjuna thought whatever the path Krishna gave are completely different. He thought that Krishna gave several paths, but actually Krishna gave only one path, but one path by which in a different ways you can go in one path. For example, if you have to go to Pune, probably, I don't know much, maybe there are two ways to go to Pune, maybe through the old road or through the highway, or maybe there may be another way to go, but destination is there, but the way you go is different. Or at least if you want to go to Pune, you can take a train or you can take a bus or you can take a car. You can take different, but your destination is there. So
The same.
similarly, when the destination is Krishna, so there are different paths that one can take. That's what Krishna has given through Karma Yoga, through Jnana Yoga, through Ashtanga Yoga, and through Bhakti Yoga. But actually speaking, they are one and the same, and they act like a ladder, like a step-by-step process. So Arjuna's confusion that Krishna is giving different path, whereas Krishna is, making him clear that he is only speaking about one path. But however, compared to other path, the devotional service is the most easiest and the most direct way to go back home, back to Godhead. The other process, they are more time consuming, especially the process like meditation, which is suggested by Krishna for the Satya Yuga, where people live for 100,000 years. And people were all religious and people were all following the four regulative principles. People were all very in Sattva Guna. So, in that yuga, the process of obtaining Krishna is by meditation. And in Treta Yuga, it was through the yajna. And in Dwapara Yuga, it is by temple worship, by deity worship. And in Kali Yuga, where all the principles are broken and it is only standing on one principle of truth. And that truth is also only because of the scriptures. Otherwise, there is no truth also here. Because we have scriptures like Bhagavad-gita, Bhagavatam, and all those scriptures. Therefore, the Kali is just standing on one leg. So in this one leg, the only thing that can help us is by Harina and by chanting the holy names of the Lord. And this is a direct process of achieving Krishna. And here also in the third sloka, Krishna is clarifying us, and Prabhupada is telling through our purport that religion and philosophy, they go with each other. And religion without philosophy is fanaticism, and philosophy without religion is nothing but a speculation. So we see there are so many customs. When you see that, why do, you do not know, then we call them as superstitious. Right? Yeah. So religion without philosophy becomes a fanaticism. So it once so happened that, one of the lady, during her daughter's marriage, she saw a cat was moving in the marriage hall. So she thought that, because we have a thing, if not cat is coming, it will be abasagunam. So she thought that she will keep the cat in the basket so that the cat will not move here and there. And later on, after a few years, when this daughter, had her own child, and when she was in a marriageable age, what she did is she took a cat from somewhere and she put the cat in the thing because she thought that that is a custom. So if there is a marriage in the family, a cat should be put inside the basket. So now what happened? Is there any philosophy here? No. So like that, the custom goes without anything. So therefore, Prabhupada says that religion without philosophy is a fanaticism. And how can we know that? So by reading the Bhagavad Gita as it is and by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we see that people who are in a they are not even in the Varnashrama Dharma. They are not even Shudra class. If the hippies whom Prabhupada changed them into devotees, they were not even in the four class of the society. They were outside those four classes. And by they taking up the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and by following the four regulative principles and by reading Gita and Bhagavatam, they all became very first class devotees. So that is called Phalena Parichiyate. How can you know that something has worked? If a tree is producing good fruit, then what do we consider the tree to be? Healthy. A good tree. Healthy tree. Yeah. If it is producing a good fruit, that means the tree is healthy. So if by reading Bhagavad Gita as it is and by following the prescribed principles of Bhakti Yoga, if our consciousness has changed, if we are able to advance in spiritual life, then what does that mean? It has worked. It has worked. So that is very important. Phalena Parichiyate. How do we know? That's what Prabhupada said. Even during Prabhupada's time, he said there were more than 600 versions of Bhagavad Gita, 600 commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. But by reading them, not a single person became a devotee of Krishna. But by reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, we see that in today, all over the world, we have ISKCON. We have people from all kind of background who have taken up Krishna consciousness by reading Bhagavad Gita as it is. So this is called Phalena Parichiyate. It's just we have to hear from the right sources, from the parampara, coming all the way from parampara. And so this Krishna consciousness is a purifying process by itself. So other process, for example, if you want to come to the meditation, first you need to purify by yourself And then you can do the meditation or other thing. But Krishna consciousness, the best thing about Krishna consciousness is no matter whatever background you are, doesn't matter. Even if you're a meat eater, even if you're a very sinful person, whatever condition you are, by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this process itself is very, very purifying. There are so many people who became devotees who are suffering from alcoholic addiction, who are having a habit of smoking. So just by coming to temple for 3 months, continuously attending Sunday program, they were easily able to give up all those bad habits. But we see today there are so many rehab centers. Are they able to, and the relaxation rate is 95 percentage. All the rehab center until they go, only 5 percentage of the people really reform. Otherwise, 95 percentage of the people, they relapse with their own habits. Okay, so now we will do the sloka number 4 of chapter 3. Please repeat after me. Na karmanam anarambhan
न कर्मणाम् अनारम्भान्
naishkarmam purushosnute
नैष्कर्मम् पुरुषोऽस्तु ते
na cha sannyasanatev
न स सन्न्यासनादेव
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति
सिद्धम् समधिगच्छति
न कर्मणाम् अनारम्भान्
न कर्मणाम् अनारम्भान्
निष्कर्मं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
नैष्कर्म्यम् पुरुषोऽश्नुते
न च सन्न्यासनादेव
न च सन्न्यासनादेव
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति
सिद्धिम् समधिगच्छति
न कर्मणाम् अनारम्भान्
न कर्मणाम् अनारम्भान्
नैष्कर्मं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
नैष्कर्म्यम् पुरुषोऽश्नुते
न च सन्न्यासनादेव
न च सन्न्यासनादेव
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति.
सिद्धिम् समधिगच्छति.
Would like to do this sloka?
Mataji, can I try?
Please, please.
न कर्मणाम् अनारम्भान्
न
न कर्मणाम् आरम्भान्
नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
नैष्कर्म्यम् पुरुषोऽश्नुते
न च सन्न्यासनादेव
न च सन्न्यासनादेव
सिद्धिं समाधिगच्छति.
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति.
Word to word translation. Na, not. Karmanam, of prescribed duties. Anarambha, by non-performance. Naishkarmam, freedom from reaction. Purusha, a man. Asnute, achieves. Na, not. Cha, also. Sannyasanat, by renunciation. Eva, simply. Siddhim, success. Samadhi, gachati, attains. Translation. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Hare Krishna.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामी नामिनी. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिनी. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम Rama Rama Hare Hare. So here Krishna is saying that not merely by abstaining from work, one can achieve freedom from reaction. Just by stopping doing some activities, we cannot be attaining freedom from reaction. Actually speaking, can we stop working even for a moment?
No.
Even when we are breathing, sometimes, we are also, inhaling some microbes around us. Even while we are walking, we may step on some ant or we may step on some insect. Even when we are doing the basic cooking, also there are so many microbes. Just by boiling water, we are killing so many microbes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every activity that we do, there is some activity just by refraining from activity. Okay, if I do any karma, I will be subjected to some results. So better let me not do any karma. I will rather stop doing anything because I don't want to get entangled in the karmic cycle. So that is not accepted by Krishna. He's saying that nor by renunciation alone one can attain perfection. So without proper purification, one cannot actually get into the stage of renunciation. Some people, they say they get so frustrated with the life and they just say that, I just want to leave everything and I want to become sannyas. Will they be really able to follow the principles of sannyasa? Those
Because
who
you're
are
already disturbed.
premature
Ah.
sannyasa, it is not possible. It
Yeah.
just happened that because you're frustrated with the
Yeah.
world, you just thought that you can just renounce everything
Yeah.
and you go. So here,
Correct.
Krishna is saying this to Arjuna because Arjuna did not want to fight.
Fight.
He just thought that he will just get renounced with all the activities and he will go to the forest and he will sit and he will do the chant and he will do everything. Whereas Arjuna is a Kshatriya and his duty is to
Is to
fight.
fight.
So that is what he's saying. Rather, it is better to do the work in the sense, whatever activities we are doing, it is better to do in Krishna consciousness. By doing the activity in Krishna consciousness, we are not subjected to its reaction. Like previously, also, when we spoke about karma, there are three types of karma. What is that? Karma, akarma, and vikarma. Karma
Vikram.
means whatever activities we do, mostly the pious activity for which we are expecting some good result
Result.
from it. And vikarma is the forbiddable activities which we know, like meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit relations, and all these things, they come under forbidden activities. And akarma means bhakti karma, doing all the
Keeping Krishna in
activities but
the
doing
center.
it with Krishna in the center.
Center.
So that is called the akarma. So while we should not stop working, it is important to do our activities keeping Krishna in the
In
center.
our center.
Like we are going to the office, we can keep chanting the Hare Krishna Maha
Correct.
Mantra. While we are working, while we are seeing the sunlight, we can see that Krishna is the light. He said, Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhashmi shashi suryayo. He said that I am the taste of water. We are drinking a lot of water in the summer season. Every time when we drink water, can we remember that this is Krishna himself? Krishna says, I am the taste of water. And either we see the sunlight or the moonlight. And that is also Krishna. And Krishna says he is the intelligence. I am the intelligence. And he's also saying, I am the fragrance of the flowers. So when Krishna says everything is him, so is it so difficult for us to see everything keeping Krishna
As
in the
Krishna.
center? Even when we go to a beautiful place, it may be a man-made place. It may not be a natural environment or something, natural beauty. But still, that intelligence of the man is coming from home.
Yeah.
That is also coming from Krishna.
Krishna.
So we may be in any particular place, but everywhere can we remember Krishna.
Yeah.
Only because of Krishna, this person has got intelligence. Because of his intelligence, he is able to develop this technology.
Yeah.
Like that. Everything we should try to connect with Krishna in whatever activities we are doing. Let us try to keep Krishna in the center. Actually, it's very easy to remember Krishna. It is very difficult to forget Krishna. Because when we know that everything belongs to Krishna, it's so easy to remember. But if
Yeah.
we are keeping us in the center, this world is for my own enjoyment, then what happens?
Difficult.
We tend to forget Krishna. And that is the root cause of all our problems in this world is not about poverty, not any economical problem, not climate change, not anything. It is only the forgetfulness of Krishna. All the problems in the world is happening because of forgetfulness of Krishna. Like recently, we visited Hiroshima, where there was atomic bombing, and we saw that so many countries have signed up for stopping this nuclear weapons. But since 1946 to now we are in 2026, we see that so many countries have become nuclear powers. Rather than increasing, rather than stopping, bringing it to zero, the United Nations and anything, they could not stop anything. Today, every country, most of the countries on nuclear power. We ourselves on nuclear power. Correct? So this is what happening. So what is the point of, having a museum, understanding that, signing the treaty, but is it really changing the heart of the people? No. So today, just for us to protect from other human being, every country is investing so much in defense. For what? To protect yourself from another
danger.
human being, not even other creature, just to protect yourself from another human being. So if everybody is becoming God conscious or Krishna consciousness, if we know that we are all Vasudeva Kudumbam, our eternal father is Krishna, if we see entire world as a brotherhood, will this happen?
No.
That's what Prabhupada said. Krishna consciousness is the only remedy in this world. Nothing else can give any kind of relief from all the problems of the world. Today we see there are so many organizations. But is this organization successful in stopping the war? Today we have 3 active wars happening in the world.
Yeah.
And one war that is like, we do not know when it will burst.
Yeah.
It is like, a dormant a volcano.
Yes.
We do not know when it will start. So today that is the condition. So our only thing is whatever activities we do, we should always try to remember Krishna. Okay. So Mataji, would you like to read the purport, Shilpa Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. The renounce.
No, we have can you read from the screen?
Yes. Prerequisite for the renounced order of life. The renounced order of life can be accepted when one has purified by the discharge of the prescribed form of duties, which are laid down just to purify the hearts of materialistic man. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life,
So we
sannyasa.
have the purification process, which is called Varnashrama Dharma. There are 4 ashramas. What are they? Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. And Sannyasa is the 4th order of the life. So this Varnashrama Dharma itself is a purifying process. And it is a prescribed duties. We are all taken a birth in the human form of life, and we all have our own prescribed duties to perform. In each and every ashrama, don't we have our own prescribed duties? And by following the prescribed duties, what happens? It just purifies our heart. Like when a doctor is giving a prescription, when we follow the prescription properly, then what happens to us? We are able to get out of that condition of the disease condition, and we are healthy again. Only by following the prescription, we can do that. You go to the doctor is giving a prescription, and you're not following the prescription. Will you get better? We will not get better. Therefore, this prescribed duties as given by Krishna in the form of Varnashrama Dharma is for our own purification. And the other purification process we have is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No matter whatever Varna and whatever ashrama we are, we can always chant the Hare Krishna. So one cannot artificially become a sannyasi. That will be probably causing disturbance in the society. Yes, Mataji, continue.
Who is a real sannyasi? According to the empirical philosophers, simply by adopting sannyasa or retiring from the fruitive activities, one at once becomes as good as Narayana, but Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without purification of heart, sannyasa is simply a disturbance to the social order.
So the Mayavadi philosophy, they just think that when you're renouncing all the fruitive activities, you at once become Narayana. But nobody can become Narayana. Krishna is the supreme Lord. Even in the 15th chapter, in the Purushottama Yoga, Krishna says that there are 2 types of living entities, Shara and Akshara. Shara means those living entities who fall down, and Akshara means who never fall down. So we are Shara or Akshara? We are all fallen living entities. We are all
Yeah.
in a material world.
Sure.
But there are so many living entities who are living in the spiritual world, and they are all Akshara.
Akshara.
They don't fall out. They don't fall down. So in the Vaikunta planets in Goloka Vrindavan, the Shastra says that 90% of the living entities are in the spiritual world. Only 10% of the entities, like we who are fallen in this material world. And apart from that, there is another person called a Paramatma, the Supreme Lord. So we cannot consider, even if we become Akshara, we become infallible like Krishna, but never we can become equal to him. Because he is the Supreme Lord. Jivera
Paramatma.
Swarupa Hoy, Krishnera Nityadas. So
Nityadas.
if you have a nut, unless otherwise the nut is fitted in the machine, will the nut have any use?
No.
So as long as it is aligned with the machine, it is joined with the machine, it works, it has some utility. So we are all part and parcel of Krishna. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15 chapter 7 sloka, Mamaivamshu Jivaloke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are all eternally his part and parcel. So when we are eternally his part and parcel, so what we should do? We should serve.
We should perform
Krishna.
Krishna.
That is our Vyak Jivera Swarupa Hoy, Krishnera Nityadas. So we are all his eternal servants, and our duty is to serve Krishna. So therefore, this purification process is very important. Otherwise, someone just leading a normal materialistic life and just say that I am renouncing everything, that is just a disturbing order. So here, Krishna is saying this to Arjuna because Arjuna wants to retire from the
War.
So
Right.
therefore, Krishna is saying that just becoming sannyasi is not a solution. And Mataji, continue.
What is the better approach? On the other hand, if someone takes to the transcendental service of the Lord, even without discharging his prescribed duties, whatever he may be able to advance in the ecos is accepted by the Lord. Buddhi Yoga. Swalpam apya asya dharmasya trita. Sorry.
Prayate Mahato Bhaya.
Prayate Mahato Bhayat. Even a slight performance of such a principle enables one to overcome great difficulties.
So rather than getting into the renounced order of life, it is better to do your own prescribed duties. And even a little bit of duties, like we are doing it for Krishna, we are chanting the holy names, we are offering to Krishna, we are reading Shastras like Gita, Bhagavatam, whatever we are doing, even a slight performance of such principle, Kayato Mahato Bhayat, Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya, even a little bit of service done to Krishna. Alpam means what? Very, very little. Trayato Mahato Payat. It will at least help us not to go back to the animalistic species of life. Out of 84 lakhs of species of life, in the end, we get a human form of life, which is very, very rare. And there are chances for us to go back to the animal species of life, to repeat this 84 lakh species of life. But at least those who have done even a little bit of devotional service, who have at least chanted one Maha Mantra in his life, he will not get into the animalistic life in the next lifetime. So even a slight performance enables one to overcome the greatest difficulties, not to go back to the animalistic species of life. Because in the human form of life, we have an opportunity to self-realization, to understand who am I, who is God, why am I suffering in this world, how can I come out of the cycle of repeated birth and death. So this thought process is only available in human form of life. In other species of life, they do not have. If we are also engaging in same activities like ahara, nidra, bayamaituna, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, samanya metam pashubinaranam, it is the same for humans and animals. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. It is a dharma that differentiates the humans between from animals. Dharmena hina pashubinarana. So without dharma, we are a dvipada akshu, just a two-legged animal. Otherwise, there's no difference between the humans and animals, because all the activities that we do and animals do minus dharma is exactly the same. The dog also eats, we also eat. The dog also sleeps, we also sleep. The dog also procreates, we also procreate. The dog also defend, we also defend. We have defense mechanism. We have a house, we have a country where it is defense mechanism protecting us. So we are also doing the same activity which an animal is doing. Therefore, it is very important for us to do the Bhakti Yoga or transcendental service to Lord. So, what are the lessons from this sloka? Inaction is not liberation. Avoiding work does not free us. Just by avoiding work, we cannot get freedom from all our reactions. Renunciation alone is insufficient. External change without inner change is incomplete. Like somebody becoming sannyasa externally without the purification of the heart will be an incomplete renunciation. We must act, but properly, action should be spiritualized. Whatever actions we do, it should be centered with Krishna. Otherwise, our actions will lead to reactions. Bhakti is the most effective path. Why? Because it directly connects us to Krishna. Small efforts in bhakti has great power. Even little practice gives lasting benefits. That's Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayato mahato payat. Even a small start that will help us to go. And what is another good thing of bhakti is whatever we have done, it will be a permanent account. Even if somebody has done 1% of spiritual activities in this life, in the next lifetime, he will start from 2%. We see small children in the temple or singing 3-year-old children is singing Narsimha Aarti. Is it so easy for somebody to sing Narsimha Aarti? Because we know that these children have performed devotional service in the previous
past
lifetime. So it is so easy for him that as soon as, even though they are very young, they are able to recite all these slokas, all these bhajans and everything, because we could see that. So this is a ongoing process. Like karma yoga is more like, like going in a bicycle. It will be little slow, but the destination will be achieved. But bhakti yoga is more like going in the car, where we can reach the destination much faster. So this is a difference between the karma yoga and bhakti yoga. So bhakti yoga, by directly involving Krishna, by directly connecting to Krishna when we do, then it becomes bhakti. Karma yoga and bhakti yoga, what is the main difference between karma yoga and bhakti yoga?
In karma yoga, you just do. In bhakti yoga, you keep
in connection
Krishna
to Krishna. But in bhakti yoga, you whatever you're doing, you're completely surrendering your activities to Krishna. In karma yoga, mostly you're giving your result to Krishna. You're doing the karma for yourself, but the activities you're connecting. But in bhakti yoga, both from the beginning till the end, there is Krishna involved. That's the main difference between the Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. But Karma Yoga is also a part of Bhakti Yoga, but Bhakti Yoga is better than the Karma Yoga. Just giving the work to Krishna, that is a surrendering slow process, but surrendering to Krishna is the Bhakti Yoga. Okay. And what we can do from this sloka, we learned that we have to continue our daily duties sincerely. We have to do our prescribed duty, add bhakti. Chanting, hearing, and remembering Krishna. Throughout the day, we should chant, hear, and remember Krishna. And offer your work and results to Krishna. Whatever activities we are doing, let us offer our results to Krishna and avoid artificial renunciation. Just by somebody wearing kanti, somebody wearing tilak, and somebody being, you cannot show yourself as a devotee. We should not artificially show ourselves we are in a renounced bhakti. And start small. Even if you start small, but be consistent. That is a key of bhakti. Even if somebody is doing one round, if they are doing consistently, then Krishna will help us to further in Krishna consciousness. That is very, very important. Whatever we do, if we have decided to give at least 30 minutes to Krishna on a daily basis, somehow or the other, we should ensure that we allocate those 30 minutes exclusively for Krishna. Like that, even if it is a very, very small thing, but it has to be consistent. Okay. So can we move to the next sloka?
Yes, Mataji.
Is everything clear in the sloka?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
So we'll do the sloka number 5. Nahi kashit kshanamapi
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
jatu tishtasya karma krit
jatu tristasya karma kirit
karyate heva karma
karyate havasya karma
sarva prakritir jay gunai
sarva prakriti janir gunai
Nahi kashit kshanamapi
नहि कश्चित् क्षणम् अपि
jatu tishtasya karma krit
जातु तृष्टस्य कर्म कृत्
karyate hevasha karma
कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म
sarva prakriti jair gunai
सर्व प्रकृतिजनैर्गुणैः
nahi kashit kshanamapi
नहि कश्चित् क्षणम् अपि
jatu tishtasya karma krit
जातु तिष्ठति अकर्म कृत्
कार्यते hevasha karma
कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म
sarva prakriti jair gunai.
सर्व प्रकृतिजनैर्गुणैः.
Would like to do this?
I can do it, Matri.
Please.
न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि
Nahi
नहि
kashit
कश्चिदपि
kshanamapi
जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्म कृत्
jatu
जातु
tishtasya
तृष्टस्ति
karma
कर्म कृत्
कार्यते है अवश्य कर्म
karyate
कार्यते ह्यवश्य
shakma
कर्म
सर्वप्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः
sarva
सर्व
prakriti jair gunai.
प्रकृतिजनैर्गुणैः.
Word to word translation. Na, nor, hi, certainly, kashchit, anyone, kshanam, a moment, api, also, jatu, at any time, tishtati, remains, akarmakrit, without doing something, karyate, is forced to do, hi, certainly, avashya, helplessly, karma, work, sarvaha, all, prakriti jai, born of the modes of material nature, gunai, by the qualities. Translation: everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one refrained from doing something, not even for a moment.
Thank you,
Purpose.
Mataji. Yeah, we will do one by one. We'll just explain a little bit of translation. So, nahi kashit kshanamapi dash jatu tishtasya karma krit. Every moment we are forced to act, even while we sleep, when we are breathing, that is also an action. So every moment we are forced to act. And how do we act? Each and every one of us act according to our modes of material nature. Sattva, Rajo, and Tamogun. Those who are in Sattva Guna, what do? We wake up early in the morning and we involve ourselves in some activities, in some devotional service. And those who are Rajoguna, what do?
They go
Always
and they go to the gym.
passionate about doing something. I want to do this today. I have to achieve this. I have to do this. They keep on doing something or
Doing
the
something
other.
or the
And those
other.
who are in Tamoguna, what do?
They keep sleeping.
They just keep
Thoda.
sleeping. And when we know that everything is an action, so sleeping is also an action. So according to the modes of material nature, nahi karshit shanamapi dashtu jatu tishtasya karmakrit. We are forced to act helplessly. That's what Krishna further says in the third chapter. Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasya ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. So each and every one of us act according to the modes of the nature. But we think that we are the karta. We are the doers. That's what Krishna uses the word vimudatma. Atma, Vimudatma is a bad word. Such a, fallen soul, he's telling, such a kartaham iti manyate. But whereas we think that we are the doers, whereas actually we are doing all the work according to our modes of material nature. Therefore, this Varnashrama Dharma itself is catering to purify a person according to the modes of nature. Those who are in the modes of goodness is Brahmana. Those who are in the mode of goodness and passion is Kshatriya. Those who are in the mode of passion and ignorance is Vaishya. And those who are in ignorance is Shudra. So by acting according to your modes of nature, by acting according to your Varna, what happens? We get gradually purified. By doing the work according to your modes, we get purified directly. Therefore, No one can refrain from doing something even for a moment. So just thinking that artificially that I have renounced everything, that Krishna is not accepting. We always have to do something or the other. Till the last breath that we take, something or the other, we keep doing. Okay. Mataji, you can read the purport from the screen.
Okay. Can anyone remain without action? It is not a question of embodied life, but it is the nature of the soul to be always active. Without the presence of the spirit soul, the material body cannot move. The body is only a dead vehicle to be worked by the spirit soul, which is always active and cannot stop even for a moment.
So why? Because the spirit soul itself is very, very active. So, and this body is dead. Without the soul, is there any purpose of the body?
No.
There's nothing. This is just a dead vehicle. Like we have a car. The car may stand for 100 years, but if there is no driver to take the car, will the car serve any purpose?
No.
So similarly, the body is functioning. It is because of the presence of the spirit soul.
Soul.
And how do we understand? By the presence of consciousness. We understand the presence of the spirit soul. Consciousness is a symptom of the soul. So because the soul is active, therefore, the spirit soul which is present in our body makes it all active. So otherwise, this body is just a dead vehicle.
What
Continue.
happens? What happens if we don't engage in Krishna consciousness? As such, the spirit soul has to be engaged in the good work of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it will be engaged in occupations dictated by the illusory energy. In contact with material energy, the spirit soul acquires material modes. And to purify the soul from such affinities, it is necessary to engage in the prescribed duties enjoined in the Shastras.
So either way, we need to act because the soul is active. So either way, we need to act. So either we act in Krishna consciousness or we serve Maya. We are involving in serving Krishna or Maya. And like we know, the rainwater is very pure. But when it get contact with the environment, with the pollution and everything, what happens to the rainwater?
It becomes dirty.
It becomes dirty. You see, in some places, Ivo, there is even acid rain. Rain itself is pure because the rain come in contact with the acid, then that rain becomes an acid rain. Even the rainwater, when it comes because of the pollution in the environment, otherwise it is very pure. So the soul itself is very pure. Sachidananda Vigraha. Satchit Ananda, eternity, bliss, and happiness. So this is the thing. This is Sachidananda Vigraha. But having the quality of Krishna, but why are we not able to do? Happiness is our rights. They say, na, Swaraj is our rights. Independence is our rights. We have the saying, right? The slogan in history books when you read, say, Swaraj is our right. So similarly, happiness is our right. Eternity, knowledge, and bliss, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. When Krishna is a source, powerhouse of happiness, bliss, and eternity, we should also be the same. But why are we not able to be in the same quality as that? Because of our material contamination. Because we are all materially contaminated. Material contamination means what? We are serving to satisfy our own
needs,
senses, our own sense gratification. Whatever is available in this world, we are trying to fulfill our desires, fulfill our senses through the resources that is given by Krishna. But the same resources, whatever is given by Krishna, if we are utilizing it for satisfying Krishna, then that becomes Krishna consciousness. Like we use the phones, we use the laptops, we use the iPads, we use technology. If the same technology is utilized for Krishna, then that laptop is also becoming spiritualized. But if it is used to watch a movie or for some other entertainment, to watch a series or anything, then it is in the service of Maya.
Krishna. Maya.
If you are not doing it for Krishna, then it becomes Maya. So either way we need to serve, whether we serve Krishna or whether we serve Maya. If we don't serve Krishna, then whom we will serve automatically?
Maya.
We'll be serving Maya. So rather, it is better to be in that
Serve
consciousness
Krishna.
and serve Krishna and follow the prescribed duties. So that's why Krishna has given us the Varnashrama Dharma. So do the prescribed duties and get purified. Mataji, please continue.
What is the safest way to act? But if the soul is engaged in his natural function of Krishna consciousness, whatever he is able to do is good with him. The Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.17 affirms this. त्वत्वाद् स्वधर्मां चरणाम्बुजं हरेर् भजन् अपक्वोध पते तदो यदि यत्र क्व वाभाद्रम् अहूद् अमुष्य किं कोवर्थ apto bhajantam swadharmata. If someone takes to Krishna consciousness, even though he may not follow the prescribed duties of the Shastras or execute the devotional service properly, and even though he may fall down from the standard, there is no loss or evil for him.
So if somebody is taking to Krishna consciousness and not able to do the proper prescribed duties, even though he may not do everything so properly, just because a person is chanting and serving Krishna, there is no loss for him. But if there is another person who is doing his prescribed duty very, very nicely, but cannot keep Krishna in the center, then it becomes Shramahevahi Kevalam. Only the labor remains. So there is no benefit of it. Like we see that there are so many rich people in this material world, like Elon Musk, like Bill Gates, like Warren Buffett. They are all looking problems. Yesterday I shared the video which Guru Maharaj has said that in terms of the material perspective. But what is the real problem? Real problem is birth, death, old age and disease. So sannyasas see the problem in a different way. But a materialistic look the problem in a different way because your spectrum, your bandwidth is limited only to this particular world and to this particular body. But Gita says that we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. And we keep transmigrating from one body to another until we go back home, back to Godhead. So a transcendentalist, he always does everything in service of Krishna. You may not do. Madhavendra Puri said that he did not do any shraddha or anything for his forefathers because he is actively involved in the service of Krishna. By serving Krishna, like by giving water to the roots, the entire tree is nourished, the branches, twigs, the leaves is nourished. So similarly, by serving Krishna, all the duties are fulfilled. You may not be doing the prescribed duties as per the Shastras. Just by serving Krishna, you are not subjected to any kind of the reactions of not doing the prescribed duties as per the Shastras. Therefore, it's important to act in Krishna consciousness. Continue, Mataji.
Danger of premature sannyasi. If he carries out all the injunctions for purification in the Shastras, what does it avail him if he is not Krishna conscious? So, the purificatory process is necessary for reaching this point of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, sannyas or any purificatory process is to help reach the ultimate goal of becoming Krishna conscious, without which everything is considered a failure.
So somebody might do purificatory process as given in Shastras, but if they are not Krishna conscious, then there is no use of that purificatory process also, because all the purificatory process should help us to come to the point of Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavatam, there is a sloka, it says that Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Whatever varna and ashrama that we are doing, the goal should be for what? Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. We have to fulfill the wishes of Krishna. We have to satisfy Krishna. That should be our goal of life. No matter whatever varna and ashrama we are following, if we are not satisfying Krishna, then that purification process is also of no use. Rather, it is important that whatever we do, we should come to the point of Krishna consciousness, which is what the direct process that we are doing. And what do we do in Krishna consciousness? We chant,
always
we hear, and we always remember Krishna. These three
Krishna and do not
processes
forget
is more
Krishna.
important. Of the 9 process, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnum, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. The 9 devotional process given by Prahlad Maharaj, of which the main 3 process are Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam. The more we hear, the more we chant, then automatically what will happen? We will remember. So this is very important, and it all starts with hearing. Shravanam is very important. So what are the Gita lessons from this? It's better to attempt bhakti even imperfectly than to do prescribed duties without Krishna. If somebody is doing the prescribed duties but not keeping Krishna in the center, it is better rather to attempt bhakti. That is more important for us. With Krishna, even imperfect duty has eternal benefit. We may not be able to do our duties very properly, very nicely, but if we are leading a Krishna conscious life, then that will give us an eternal benefit. We saw Trayato Mahato Bhaya. It will help us to come out of the biggest danger of the hell, because this Krishna consciousness gives us an eternal benefit, not only for this lifetime. This is a journey of your soul. So whatever activities we have done in Krishna consciousness, that will be there in our eternal bank account. Here we may leave 100 crores of money in our bank account. Will a single rupee come to you? No. Nothing we can take. But whatever we have done in Krishna consciousness, that will go with us, life after life.
Right.
So gradually engage in bhakti, stay properly situated, and increase devotion steadily. Therefore, it is very important that we should be situated and gradually increase your devotional activities, which happens the more you hear, the more you chant, then the more you remember. Automatically, you will feel, what can I do more for Krishna, right? We have all seen that in the past 2 years. From the time we started till now, have we not increased our devotion steadily? And it's important to have a steady process, not just abruptly one day I will do 20 rounds, 30 rounds, 40 rounds, and next day I will do nothing. No, it should be consistent and it should be steady. And practical tips is we cannot stop acting, as Krishna says that even a moment we cannot remain without any action. So, and we should not renounce artificially. We must engage in Krishna consciousness sincerely, as the soul must act. So either way we need to act. So either we serve Krishna or we serve Maya. So the choice is ours. Whom do I serve? If we don't serve Krishna, that means we are serving Maya. That's all. But the service is always there. Everybody is serving others. The husband is serving the wife, the husband is serving the family, the leader is serving the citizens, the school teacher is serving the students. All of us, each and every one of us, are serving someone or the other. Can it be possible for any person without serving anyone? So while the service attitude is always there in all of us, that service should be for Krishna service.
Krishna.
And it's very simple. At the most, what we can do is we can always remember Krishna. And Krishna has given various ways in which we can remember him through Bhagavad-Gita hymns itself. So therefore, we should try to remember Krishna in each and every activity that we do. And we should never forget Krishna. So always we can chant the holy names of Krishna, whether you are going in the metro, whether you are walking in the platforms, whatever time we have other than doing our work, we can always engage in chanting the holy names and hear about Krishna, read the Shastras, and also try to give Krishna consciousness to others also. That is the greatest welfare, because if somebody is becoming Krishna conscious, that means they are coming out of all the sufferings in this world. Other welfare activities are good. You can quench the hunger of a person for a day. You can use some garments for a person which may last until the garment gets torn. But will it have any eternal benefit? But if you are giving Krishna consciousness to someone, and that will give the eternal benefit to that person, because you are showing the person that you are, suppose somebody is the son of a very rich man and he is just roaming here and there, forgetting who is his father. If you find his father and hand over this boy to his father, all his problems get solved. Rather, this boy who is roaming, you're just trying to help him by giving him food for one day, and by giving him some clothes, will it help to solve his problem? Maybe
Not
for
for
some
him,
time, but not always. But if you're finding his real father and giving it to him, then his father is very rich. He has all opulence and he will take care. So Krishna says that Aham Bija Pradapita. I am the seed giving father of all the living entities. So all the jivas who are forgetful of their position with Krishna, we need to remind them that your eternal father is waiting for you. So we need to connect to our eternal father and then go back home, back to Godhead. That's why Krishna very, very mercifully he has incarnated in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. So to take the souls, the conditioned souls like us, Krishna has come in the form of Shastras. He has come in the form of Guru. And he has come in the form of holy names. So all these things are available to us. He has given us all the facilities to go back home, back to Godhead. Now, it is up to us to utilize the facility or to turn down and involve in serving our own senses.
Maya
Maya
senses.
senses. Okay. So with this, we complete the sloka number 5. Is it clear?
Yes, thanks for the presentation, Mataji. And
Yes,
actually, आपने you have also practical tips दिया अलग से लिखा है. It's thank you for this.
Okay,
Thank you.
Mataji. Just to understand, because we may hear
Yeah.
many things, but then we may forget few things. But at
Yeah.
least if we know from the tips how we should act, that will help us, to observe
Yeah.
ourselves in that consciousness and to work in the week, throughout the week.
Yeah.
That is very important. Okay. So any questions or any realizations anybody would like to share in your own Krishna conscious journey? Anybody? Okay. So we'll go for the Narsimha prayers. Can we start?
जी माताजी.
Namaste
Narasimhaya
Narasimhadadayini Hiranyakashi Purvashaka Shilatambanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Bhagi
Bahir Narsimha
Hridaye
Hridaye
Narsimha
Narsimha
Narasimha
Narsimha
Charanam
Sharanam
Prapati
Pravate
Tava
Tava
Kamala
Karamala
Varenaka
Varenaka
Adbhuta
Adbhuta
Shingha
Shinga
Dalita
Dalita
Hiranyakashipu
Hiranyakashipu Tanu
Tanurangam
Pringa
Keshavadrita
Keshavadrita
Naravirupa
Naravirupa
Jai
Jai
Jagadisha
Jagadisha
Hare
Hare
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha
Jagadisha
Hare
Hare
Jaya
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 Jagadish
Jagadisha
Jagadisha
Hare.
Hare
Jaya
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 Narasimhadev
Narsimhadev
Jaya
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 Narsimhadev
Narasimhadev Jaya
Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev
Jaya
Jaya
Prahlad
Prahlad Maharaj Jaya
Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj
Maharaj
Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj Jaya
Maharaj Jaya
Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj
Maharaj
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada
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 Jaya
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 Prabhupada
Prabhupada
Jaya Gurudev
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 Jaya
Gurudev
Jaya
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 Gurudev
Gurudev
Bhakti
Bhakti
Vignan Bhagwan
Bhagwan
Bhakti Srila
की जय
Maharaj ki jai,
जय
Srila Prabhupada ki
प्रभुपाद की
jai,
जय
Vancha Kalpatarubhishya Kripa
सिंधुभ्य विजय पतितानां पाविनेभ्यो
Namo
वैष्णवेभ्यो
Namo
नमो नमः जय
Anutta Koti Vaishnav Vritta ki
वैष्णव
jai,
नित्य की
Srila
जय श्री प्रभुपाद
Prabhupada
की जय
ki
भगवत
jai.
गीता एसिटिस की जय
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी थैंक यू वेरी
Please
मच
engage
Thank
yourself in
you.
Krishna consciousness activity as much as you can.
यस
And
माता जी
particularly, we are ending the Purushottam month. We are in the last 2 days of this month. Whatever activities we are doing, we will get multifold spiritual benefits. So let us try to engage ourselves as much as possible in the service of Krishna for today and tomorrow. And we will continue. That doesn't mean that we stop. We have to continue us. And this month will give us a lot of spiritual power, spiritual empowerment for us to perform bhakti for the rest of the other months as well. Right? Okay. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Thank
Mataji.
you so
Thank you.
much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.